that God bless our cherished ally, the State of Israel. God bless America.
Bomb Squad!
Somebody butt hurt. I hear somebody butt hurt. Somebody butt hurt. I hear somebody butt hurt.
Feel me? The baddest man on the planet still. You know, they got to cheat me to beat me.
A friend of mine said, you know, you're the most famous man in the world. I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, he said, no, who's more famous than you? You are the most famous man in the world. What are you talking about? Who's more famous? I said, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then. The kids is playing in a few minutes, but Anthony, get up with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag, so I expect you'll be a man of your word. The kids is playing in a few minutes, but Anthony, get up with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag, so I expect you'll be a man of your word. The kids is playing in a few minutes, but Anthony, get up with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag, so I expect you'll be a man of your word.
Any update with Wilder?
Yeah, I think the fight's going to happen for sure.
Yeah? Confident?
Yeah, very confident.
50 mil, baby?
Yeah. But I ain't selling my soul for 50 mil. Yeah.
Any update with Wilder?
Yeah, I think the fight's going to happen for sure.
Yeah? Confident?
Yeah, very confident.
50 mil, baby?
Yeah. But I ain't selling my soul for 50 mil. Yeah.
Any update with Wilder?
Yeah, I think the fight's going to happen for sure.
Yeah? Confident?
Yeah, very confident.
50 mil, baby?
Yeah. But I ain't selling my soul for 50 mil.
Okay, so welcome back to Boricua Science Nation. First of all, I want to salute my people from Puerto Rico, Chicago, and the United States as a whole, the greatest nation in the world. Hoorah! Okay, so let's start with this. This is Boricua Science Nation. My name is Daniel Peña, and we're going to start with this fake fans, this dumb fans, Dumb and Dumber fans, because you know my last video, the last one that I made, now not the live stream, I made a live video. But before that, when I made a video talking about the fact that Tyson Fury has to fight Deontay Wilder next, said by Blue Blood, and I'm going to show you a news article that I got after that, saying the same thing. Okay, right the day after Blue Blood was saying it, I got a article saying that this guy, and it was an article from the Express from the UK. Okay, so I got into an argument with like two persons, two British, two UK person. It was a man and a woman. These people are like these people from the Parliament over there from the UK. They start arguing and they won't stop. They won't give up. They will just keep arguing and arguing, even in a losing argument. They will not stop. They will not stop either. You know, I will keep going till they stop, and they have to stop. I made them stop, so they didn't. Okay, because I got facts. They don't. I'm going to show you the facts that they chose, because they say that Deontay Wilder was talking or Anthony Joshua. It was all the contrary. Okay, and I showed you the video at the beginning, right? Guess what? Right? Okay, so now I'm going to show you what Deontay Wilder said. That these guys are saying that Deontay Wilder was talking Anthony Joshua. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's get right into it. All of this out of here. And you see the articles clean. They can be real clean. Okay, to see them. So let's start with this one. This is the tweet that Deontay Wilder, gave or post that these people said that Deontay Wilder ducked. The first one that said it was Anthony Joshua himself. Okay, the biggest dog. Okay, Deontay Wilder said when that fight was a draw. That is talking about the first fight against Tyson Fury. I told you that I would give you a rematch. Okay, that's a man's word. Okay, he told them he was going to give him a rematch. Okay, you know I was offered more money to fight Joshua than I was getting to fight you. Again, being a man of my word. Okay, being a man of my word. Okay, once again, being a man of my word, I fought you like I said I would. Okay? So I preferred a man of his word than a man who's going to break his word and go and fight elsewhere when he just said that he was going to do something and then he's going to change his mind. You don't do that. If you're really a man, if you really are a man of your word, you will not break your word. Okay? It doesn't matter what you're gonna get by fighting another man or getting more money with another person. If you gave your word to someone, you're gonna stay with that person that you gave him your word to. Okay, now listen to this. In the rematch agreement, this is talking about the third fight. There was a rematch clause. Okay, now it is time for you. Okay, it is time for you, Tyson Fury, to be a man and honor your word. Okay, that's something he's not doing. Instead of trying to weasel out of our agreement, a scared people run, but a scary man will break his contract. You coward ass bitch. I shouldn't say that. Okay, I'm sorry. But that's what Deontay Wilder said. He called him a bitch. Okay? That's what Deontay Wilder said. Okay? Tyson Fury, you're a bitch. That's what Deontay Wilder said. Okay? So I'm sorry, but that's what Deontay Wilder said. Okay? You're a coward bitch. Okay? You break your word. And Anthony Joshua break his word. Deontay Wilder didn't run from anybody. He didn't break any contract. He didn't have any contract to fight Anthony Joshua. Did he? Did he have a contract to fight Anthony Joshua? Did he? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Okay? So let's go over here. Let's go over here. Now that we got that out of the way. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. This was the contract that he was trying to make with the DAZN to fight Anthony Joshua. The DAZN executive chairman John Skipper admits to messing up the $100 million Deontay Wilder deal. It's hard. I understand it's hard for you. I understand it's hard for you fake fans. Fake fans. Just that's what you are. Fake fans. Okay? Deontay Wilder would have to start all over again if he was going to break his honor, you know, break his promise to fight this cheater, because that's what he is. Okay? Because he promised this guy that he was going to fight him, and he did. The hardest fight in his career, He fought the guy who gave him the hardest fight in his career, the first fight. He cheated on it. He cheated on that fight, the first fight as well. He did worse in the second, but he cheated in the first fight. Okay. Okay. So in this case, this deal was not made. You know? And the Zone had to come to Deontay Wilder and apologize. Okay. The guy admits that he messed up. John Skipper, the chairman, okay, of the Zone, the executive chairman. What else can we say? What else can we do? Okay, so let's go over here. Let's go over here. So what I was talking to you about the Express. Okay, the Express. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury clash in jeopardy as Deontay Wilder's manager confirms talks. Okay. Let's keep reading here. Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury has boxing fans salivating. I don't know, British fans. Just say British fans, okay? And the media, the American media, okay? As the two British heavyweights will finally take on one another in the ring. However, the Gypsy King is obligated to fight Deontay Wilder for a third time, as the Bronze Bomber had a rematch clause in the contract for the second match between the two. Joshua versus Fury is in jeopardy after the latest comments made by Wilder's manager, Shelly Finkel. AJ retained his IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight title after beating Pulev in December, and a fight against Fury was imminently touted. After defeating Wilder, the Gypsy King, no he didn't, he became the first British boxer to hold the WBC since Lennox Lewis. No he didn't. A unification fight between the two British heavyweights has had fans salivating in anticipation. British fans, okay? Let's clear that up, okay? But Wilder could throw a spanner in the works by demanding a rematch, which would be a third fight between him and Fury, and he is entitled to do so, okay? He is entitled to do so. The Bronze Bomber immediately triggered the clause, which was included as a part of the deal for the match following his loss to the 32-year-old in February 2020. No, he didn't lose. However, coronavirus threw all plans out of the window and made any potential fight impossible for a span of time. Okay, that was the reason. And Tyson Fury didn't want to fight without fans. Okay, but Wilder still has every intention of taking Fury on once again, as confirmed by his manager Finkel. Okay, he told World Boxing News that the mediation between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury has not yet ended. When a fight would take place remains to be seen, but heavyweight boxer Kevin Johnson has told fans that it will happen with the match contractually obligate to go ahead. It will be Fury Wilder 100%, Johnson said. If people know the logistic contracts and promotional side, Fury can't fight anybody until he fights Wilder. That's a legitimate contract. Fury can try, but his team is smart, and they're not going to risk a massive lawsuit against him getting stripped of all the titles. That's it. If he fights Anthony Joshua and wins, he's gonna get stripped because he has to fight Deontay Wilder first. Okay, so it will be Fury versus Wilder 3. That's black and white. We can't change that. If a trilogy fight does go ahead, it will mean Joshua may have to look elsewhere for his next bout. Alexander Usyk is the mandatory challenger for the WBO title, and the Ukrainian could well be AJ's next opponent. Okay, you listen. Are you listening to that? You bum. This bum right here. You listening to that? He's excited. He wants to fight the easy. He wants to get the easy fight. Take a look. This was on January 3rd. It is right here. January 3rd, 2021. This was this week. This past week. We're 6 because it is more than 12 o'clock here in Puerto Rico. But it was like 2.5 days ago. This was like 2.5 days ago. Okay. Let's just listen once again to the duck. Okay. Let's listen to the duck.
Okay, I'll take 50 million up front. If that's the case, Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, I'll take 50 million up front.
Take 50 million up front.
If that's the case,
Not the case.
Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
50 million up front.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, that's all he said. Okay.
I'll take 50 million up front.
Take 50 million up front.
If that's the case,
That's the case.
Wilder's team, bring me 50 million up front and we'll take the fight.
Okay.
I'll see you soon then.
So,
The kids is playing in a few minutes, but Anthony, you know, with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn and tell them to check their email.
okay, you heard that? Tell your man, Eddie, check their email. It wasn't only Deontay Wilder offering the 50 million because Deontay Wilder doesn't have 50 million. We all know Deontay Wilder doesn't have 50 million. He wasn't the one who was going to pay Anthony Joshua. This fight was going to make a lot of money, much more money than the fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Much more money because they were both undefeated. Okay, they were both undefeated. They messed up. This guy, Anthony Joshua, messed this up. They could have been fighting two undefeated. Now, listen to why he tells this guy at the end.
I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag. So I expect you'll be a man of your word. The kids is playing in a few minutes, but Anthony, you know, with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn.
Deontay Wilder is a man of his word. Anthony Joshua is not. Okay?
Tell them to check their email. I got something special for you. And by the way, all the money's in the bag. So I expect you'll be a man of your word. The kids is playing in a few minutes, but Anthony, you know, with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn and tell them to check their email.
To check their email. Because the email was sent by Shelly Finkel. It wasn't sent by Deontay Wilder. That's not Deontay Wilder's job. He was the messenger. They sent them to make this video to tell the guy that the money was there. Deontay Wilder was not taking that. This women who was arguing with me was telling me, oh, Deontay Wilder doesn't have 50 million. How can they be so full? I can't.
I got something special for you. By the way,
really
all the money's in the bag. So I expect you'll be a man of your word.
Yeah.
Any update with Wilder?
Yeah, I think the fight's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah? Confident?
Yeah, very confident.
50 mil, baby?
Yeah. But I ain't selling my soul for 50 mil.
Why would he say something like that? Why would he say that he won't sell his soul for 50 million? Why would he say if the 50 million were not real? You shouldn't say something like that because the 50 million are not real. You don't have to sell your soul because the 50 million are not real. That was fake. That was fake. There were no 50 million. But why would this coward say something like that when the 50 million were not real? Okay, listen. I understand. Check him out.
Yeah.
Any update with Wilder?
Yeah, I think the fight's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah? Confident?
Yeah, very confident.
50 mil, baby?
Yeah. But I ain't selling my soul for 50 mil. Yeah.
Any update with Wilder?
Yeah, I think the fight's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah. Confident?
Yeah, very confident.
50 mil, baby?
Yeah. But I ain't selling my soul for 50 mil.
Got that. Got that, right? Okay, let's go over here. Because the other thing was that Deontay Wilder, the fight between Deontay Wilder and Malik Scott was it was a what was the word that this women guy I don't know. It was fake, like it was fake. It was fake, you know, because take a look at how he knocks him out. At least Deontay Wilder. It was fixed. The fight was fixed. That's the word they use. That was fixed. At least Deontay Wilder hit this guy in the top of his glove. Take a look at this. I'm gonna show you something now. Take a look at this. This fight was fixed. But let's check this out. Does Tyson Fury hit this guy? Bruce Seldon? Mike Tyson, does he hit him? Take a look at it. Was that really a knockout? I think he hit the floor harder than it because Mike Tyson didn't hit him. Mike Tyson didn't hit him. Take a look at it. Tyson didn't hit him. There you have it. I'm going to tell you something. Boxing is 90% mentally and 10% physically. You could be the strongest, the biggest guy, the strongest man, and if you're not ready mentally, you won't even be able to fight. If you go scared inside the ring before fighting another man, because you know that man could hurt you, you will just go down, just like even if he breaks you with a punch. Okay, that's another thing debunked. I have just debunked 2 things. I only have to debunk 1 more. Take a look at this Dumb and Dumb. Take a look. Deontay Wilder gets a pass for pet use. Price presents. Okay, take a look at this. This dumb. Take a look at
What's
this.
up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Very quickly, as this fight approaches, Wilder, Ortiz, I wanted to talk about Deontay Wilder's PED use and how he's gotten a complete pass for it, right? Now, as you all know, I think all PEDs, drugs, whatever, should just be legal, period, in the sport. Unless, obviously, you got the situation like in the Philippines where a drug literally makes you want to harm people, right? Obviously, that's a different story. But the overwhelming majority of drugs, PEDs, are not like that. And as long as you're not hurting anybody, except maybe yourself, it's your human right to do that, okay? It just is. So I'm all for PED use. And I don't see fighters lobbying to have PED testing. Anytime any fighter is asked, they don't want to do it. So that's that. But anyway, Deontay Wilder was caught the 2nd time now, twice already, by Alabama police with marijuana in his car and weed smoke in his car while he was driving by himself, right? So he was smoking weed in his car. That's a fact. Okay, none of this it was my friend's weed, blah, 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 blah. Okay, nobody.
That's a fact. He was caught smoking weed in his car. That's a fact, the guy says. Okay? I don't see any article here saying it. I asked the women to send me this, send me the article saying that the Deontay Wilder got caught. Okay? But first of all, does weed, marijuana, makes you stronger? Could you enter a ring being high with weed and win a fight? Do you think that is a winnable fight for you? If you're smoking weed, would that help you? Okay, and that's the first thing. The second thing is that this guy says that Deontay Wilder got caught by the police. He never came positive before or after a fight. The guy also said that here. Just keep listening.
Is this dumb? No need to be dishonest. We all know nobody leaves their weed in their friend's car. And if they do, as soon as the high comes down, they're on the phone saying, give me my weed back, right? Right. And then obviously there was the smoke with him by himself in his car with his weed. Let's not be stupid. Deontay Wilder smokes weed. And hey, more power to him. But weed is a banned substance, and it's a performance-enhancing drug, according to WADA. Now, I do know that WADA, they seem to think they have the authority, I don't know who gave it to them, to say what drugs are PEDs and what drugs aren't. But fuck all that, because what the WBC says supersedes anything that WADA has to say. And seeing as the WBC have a history of suspending people for smoking weed, like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., well, they once again gave one of their favorite fighters a pass for using PEDs, namely Deontay Wilder, right? Once again, we see the inconsistency as far as the WBC, because they suspended Chavez Jr. and fined him at the same time for testing positive for marijuana. And according to their own protocol, you don't have to fail a test for a drug in order to be sanctioned for PED use. As long as there's ample evidence that you're using, that's enough. And ample evidence to the WBC is so little as, even as little as somebody snitching you out. Okay, go read the protocol. So they gave Deontay Wilder a complete pass, and all of you who attacked Povetkin for using illegal, no prescription needed heart medication that has never been proved to be a PED, even though it never was proved that he actually used it once it became illegal. You guys attacked him. You said he wasn't shit. His whole career was called into question. Matter of fact, you took it as far, and Deontay Wilder did himself, as to stereotype an entire nation of people, right? You said that all Russian boxers are cheaters. Many of you did. The same people that are so quick to pull a race card whenever a black individual is questioned, or the same thing that I'm doing right now is done, right? We're talking about facts. Deontay Wilder's PED use.
This is really a racist.
So we all know who the racists are. We don't need to get into that conversation. We all know who the racists are.
You are a racist,
and if you're still sitting there supporting the LDBC and giving props to the LDBC, hey, that says a lot about you, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Whether a cuck or a racist Negro, well, hell, you're a maggot either way. Ain't that right? Of course it is. So, not only does Deontay Wilder get a pass after this witch hunt he embarked on, testing everybody and getting people in trouble for shit that turns out to be nothing, right? Getting people sanctioned and fined and taking food off their table for nothing. He himself is a PED user and gets a pass for it. I mean, the hypocrisy is just astonishing. And if you don't think a weed is... First of all, you don't get to decide what a PED is. You just don't.
So you do, right?
And if you don't think it is, do some fucking research, because of course it is.
You do. You stupid ass clown.
But anyway, Deontay Wilder, just like Luis Neri, just like, what's that guy's name? Francisco Vargas. They all got passes for their PED use. Shout out to Michael Montero. While the Russian was attacked. Now explain to me how that had nothing to do with the man's nationality or race, when the people that came down on him the hardest seem to have, for them sure, have a racial double standard when it comes to this, right? And they're always the ones attacking whole groups of people based on the actions of individuals. They themselves do that, but yet are the first ones to pull the race card when you're merely talking about an individual who just happens to be black and a PED abuser like Deontay Wilder. So we all know what the deal is. We all see through the hypocrisy and the bullshit. And only really people who have a mental illness or are just really bad people still sit there and shout out to LDBC. Crab asses that they are. Right? Of course.
LDBC is something.
Thank you for listening. I'm out.
Chuck, listen to this. First of all, I don't see any article here showing that Deontay Wilder was caught with weed. And even if it did, he didn't. He has never come positive. He has never been positive in a test before or after a fight. Okay, we can't see nothing there. It's just what this clown is saying. So we gotta trust about what this clown is saying. Okay. First of all, there's no article that said that Deontay Wilder got caught with marijuana. Okay. Even if it did, he got caught by the police, not by the state athletic commission or by any commission of any body of boxing. It didn't get. Deontay Wilder has never come out positive with nothing in his blood, with any PEDs in his blood. Okay. Okay. So this is bull crap. These are people trying to look for something that is not there. Okay? Something that is not there. Just to attack Deontay Wilder. Okay? So that is another thing that I debunked. And the other thing is that the marijuana, weed will not help you when you fight. Why would a boxer use weed before a fight? They would use something that will make them stronger. But use weed? In what way would weed help you? Oh, you will get in there real weak. I think he was smoking before the fight against Tyson Fury, because he was weak. Or somebody put some weed in or cannabis in something in his water or something. I can't believe that, because he was weak in that fight. He started fighting weak. He was tired in the third round. Deontay Wilder, a guy who has so much resistance. Let's check this out once again. When that fight was a draw, I told you that I would give you a rematch. I told you, Tyson Fury, that I was just going to give you a rematch. You know I was offered more money to fight Joshua than I was getting to fight you. Again, being a man of my word, I fought you like I said I would. And let's take a look at this, the third fight. Now. In the rematch agreement, there was a rematch clause. Now it is time for you to be a man and honor your word, instead of trying to weasel out of our agreement. The scared people run, but scary man will break his contract, you coward ass bitch. Tyson Fury. Okay? So I would rather work with a man that has a word of a man. A word of a man is more important than anything else. Anything else. So Deontay Wilder didn't duck anybody. Anthony Joshua ducked Deontay Wilder. Okay? It is what it is. Like it or not. It's hard. I know it is hard for you to accept it. It is hard for you people to accept it. But it is what it is. Deontay Wilder did not duck anybody. Till this day. Okay? So that's all that I wanted to talk to you about. I'm not going to make this much longer. I just debunked the 3 things that they told me in my last video, okay? That they were arguing with me with. I just debunked them, the 3 things, okay? So bring it on. Bring it on. Bring anything you want. Deontay Wilder has always been clean. A clean fighter, okay? There's nothing wrong with Deontay Wilder. He has never done, he's not perfect. But in boxing, he's one of the cleanest boxers who has been there. And in actually, in these days, in the actual time, and I think in history, Deontay Wilder got that power, and you people don't like it. Because British fighters should stay in Britain fighting. Just like Calzaghe did, okay? He stood over there in the Brits. He didn't want to come when Roy Jones was at his peak, the best pound for pound. He waited till Roy Jones was just he was just out of his he wasn't himself anymore. Okay? He waited till Roy Jones was not himself anymore. He came and he beat Roy Jones. Okay, and then now you can see how this Luke Campbell got beat by Ryan Garcia, another British guy. How Canelo Alvarez is beating all these British guys at the same time. How Tyson Fury is trying to run from Deontay Wilder because he knows he cheated. That is the only way they come to the U.S. and win, cheating. Anthony Joshua came to the U.S. and lost to Andy Ruiz, the first Mexican champion, thanks to Anthony Joshua. Okay? So you British fighters should stay over there in Britain. Because if you come over here, you will lose when you fight the best. Or you have to cheat to win. But when you know, these guys know that now it is going to be harder to cheat. They won't come. They won't come. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. I want to thank you all, my subscribers, my new subscribers, and all of my subscribers. Thanks to all of you. I love you all. Subscribe to my channel, Boricua Science Nation. Follow me on Twitter. Like, comment, and share, okay? Don't forget to comment. I like these arguments. So just keep bringing it on. Just bring it on, okay? Bring it on, because I'm going to be ready. And the comments from my people are always welcome, and I'm always thankful for all your great comments, and I hope you keep commenting, and you keep commenting on my comment section, because it is real important. It is real important that we keep growing and we keep telling the truth. Okay? Thanks a lot. God bless Israel. God bless the United States of America. God bless you all, my people. Okay? I see you in my next video.